Konnichiwa, we're headed to one of Epcot's most popular restaurants, but should you skip it? Let's find out. I am here about to dine at Teppan Edo. This is one of the sit-down restaurants here in the Japan Pavilion of Epcot. This is a hibachi style where the chef cooks in front of you, delicious meats. It's one of the highest restaurants reviewed on our website. It's in fact the highest sit-down restaurant still available at Epcot on AllEars.net with hundreds of reviews. So, is it worth it? Should you go? We're gonna find out. Okay, first things first. Arrive early to your reservation and come up here and look at this gorgeous view. Just walking up this giant steps. It's an amazing building. This pavilion is so pretty. I did a trapped here. I'll never be over the ornate detail and how gorgeous this pavilion is. Come up here, get an amazing picture with the Torii Gate and Spaceship Earth, and then go in and enjoy your meal. Here inside this main building, the Japan Pavilion, there's actually two restaurants. There's Tokyo Dining, which is another sit-down restaurant. Features sushi. You can get hibachi items there. But we, of course, are going to Teppan Edo, so I'm just waiting for my name to be called. Teppan Edo is a hibachi-style restaurant. Think like a Benihana, where they perform the cooking right in front of you with the hibachi chef. So they're going to do all of the fun treats, little extra magical ones, and I'm very excited to eat this because I haven't eaten here in forever. One thing people either tend to love or hate about Teppan Edo is that you are seated at a shared table with other parties, and it's kind of an interactive meal because the chef's going to speak to you, and they're preparing all your food for you. So if that sounds like your nightmare of possibly having to make small talk with another family, you may want to skip. But if that doesn't bother you, then it's a nice time. Taking a look at the lunch menu, they start with edamame, calamari, and miso soup. They have a variety of sushi if you would like that. They have filet, a couple different steaks, salmon, shrimp, chicken, scallops, seasonal vegetables. Those are all for your hibachi. Or you can do some combos. You can add on things like lobster tail, scallops, and wagyu, mushrooms, and ebi, which is shrimp. Then they also have a few desserts. They've got an uzu cake, a mango cake, a chocolate ginger cake, matcha tiramisu, soft serve. And then for the kids, they do basically smaller portions of the adult. Of course, they've also got a variety of Japanese beers, sake, and cocktails. They also have premium liquor, as well as Japanese whiskey. And wine, Japanese wine, and not Japanese wine, but. She walked around with a plate of forks and asked who needed a fork, and I felt the shame as I took one, because I do have chopsticks, but I'm not great with them. Course one has arrived. I decided to add on the miso soup for $4. It's a bean-based soup. It's got tofu, green onion, very traditional Japanese soup. And then I also am starting with the garden salad. If you do any of the combos or any of the hibachi items, this is included. So it's just a garden salad with that yummy ginger dressing. And then the sweet server told me I had to get this drink because it matched my hair, and like, who am I to say no? This is the Violet Silk Martini. It's vodka with purple pear and lime juices, and it's so pretty. The drink is very good. It's definitely sweet because of all the fruit juices, but it's also got a floral aromatic flavor because of the violet. And then it definitely tastes like vodka, so it's not overly sweet. It's obviously very pretty. They have sweeter drinks here, but this is perfect for someone like me who doesn't like sweet drinks, but sometimes likes a pretty drink. Old fashions aren't that pretty. That's what I normally drink. So I would recommend this one if you're looking for something fun at your lunch. It's a delicious salad. It's very simple with the ginger dressing. I love it. Fresh veggies, so good. The soup is very good. I'm not a huge miso soup fan, but that has a really rich broth that was delicious. The tofu was cooked perfectly well. I don't know if you need to add miso soup to a meal like this. I know miso soup's not heavy, but if you like it, it's only $4, so you might as well get it. But this is a lot of food, I will say. Disney restaurants are not shy on big portions, and this is no exception. So you're getting a lot of food. Keep that in mind.
Thank you for coming to Teppan Edo today. Pretty heated. Ooh, very hot. Please be careful.
Thank you. How amazing does this volcano roll look? So it's a California roll, which is crab with a K, cucumber, masago, and avocado. The roll itself was grilled, and then he topped it with freshly grilled shrimp, scallops, and volcano sauce, and it looks amazing. Also, doing a little pepper dance over here for the meats. I want to bathe in this volcano sauce. He told me it's spicy, and it definitely is. There's a lot of heat there. I love the little char that you get on the sushi roll from the grilling it. It tastes incredibly fresh and delicious. This is fabulous. Oh my gosh. I never realized sushi grilled would be so good. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe everyone knew that, but wow, that's phenomenal. This is the best sushi I've ever had. Now, granted, I'm not a huge sushi person. I like it, fine. I don't love a lot of the raw sushi, which doesn't surprise anyone. But this is phenomenal. The seafood that he topped it with is cooked perfectly with a little char. I'm obsessed with the volcano sauce. 5 stars. Thank you. Yum. At this point, the noodles and the veggie mixture is done. It's udon noodles. They've also given us bowls of plain white rice. And then I added on these mushrooms for an additional cost because I'm obsessed with mushrooms, especially grilled mushrooms. It's 3 different kinds of mushrooms, and you get this little bowl of them. You could definitely share this if you had a couple people coming and you also love mushrooms. Grilled Shrimp has joined the chat. He's passing out the chicken to those who ordered it, and he's got steak on the grill. Thank you. And last but not least, steak has arrived. I ordered it medium rare, so here is my full hibachi plate. Thank you. Bye. So here's a look at my full plate. Shrimp, steak, noodles with veggie mix, white rice. You also get the salad and the sauces. That is all included in a main course purchase. And then, of course, I added on the mushrooms and the sushi. Now, I may be alone in this, but when I do hibachi, I make like one big mess of a plate. Like, I want to get like a big stir-fry vibes where it's just like all mixed together with the rice and the noodles and the veggies and all the proteins together. Also, come closer. I'm sorry you're so close to my face. Eating with other people is awkward, especially if you're trying to film yourself eating, but it's very fun if you want to listen to other families' drama, which I always do. Okay, I'm going to attempt to use chopsticks, and I'm going to attempt to eat each thing individually so I can tell you what it tastes like before I dip it in sauce. First, mushroom. Oh, delicious. I love mushrooms. Perfect. Mushrooms are good on their own, but they're really great when you get them right with the steak or with the veggies. So fabulous. Let's do a little scrimpy. Look at this yummy plate. Doesn't this look so good? The shrimp is cooked perfectly. Remember when I eat blue shrimp? This is my reward for that. Shrimp is cooked perfectly, buttery, flavorful, delicious. I love cooked shrimp all day. Let's do a little veggie noodle. This is where my chopstick skills are going to be tested. I love zucchini. It's all been perfectly cooked. Obviously it's fresh. It's cooked right in front of your eyeballs. It's all perfectly flavorful, and then you can pick up the flavor when you add the ginger or the yum yum. Let's do the steak. I start medium rare. It's perfect. Nice juicy steak. You can upgrade the steak if you want to upgrade to like the filet. You can. I just went with the standard that comes with the meal, and it's great. It's nice and juicy, tender, perfectly cooked. A+. And now to pour sauce on everything. I know a lot of people like the dip method, but I'm more like, let's just get this on there immediately. No dipping. No, let's not waste time with dipping. Also, if you want extra of anything, if you want more ginger sauce, more yum yum sauce, if you even want the volcano sauce that I got with my roll, just ask the chef. They're very kind. They'll get you whatever you need. They asked about allergies when I checked in. They asked about allergies when they sat us, and the chef asked again before he started cooking because they want to make sure if you do have an allergy, they're not cross-contaminating on the grill here. The service has been A+. Also, I want to point out that in that little container is soy sauce. But now that I poured yum yum sauce all over this, let's get a big juicy bite. Mushroom and a steak, I think. Me trying to get this mushroom and steak on the chopsticks. Okay, I did it. Funny story, I read every single comment on every video, the nice ones and the not so nice ones, and someone said that they get anxiety every time I can't get a bite, like the bite of food on my fork, and I'm so sorry to whoever you are that I gave you anxiety, and I'm sorry for what me eating with chopsticks is doing. I don't mean to give anyone anxiety. Yum and ginger, A+. This meal's fabulous. And to end this fabulous meal, I am getting the matcha tiramisu, which is so cute in this little container. And I don't normally love matcha, but I do love that it's not super sweet. So I'm very curious to try this. Definitely a big bowl of matcha. Normally tiramisu's coffee, which I love, obviously. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty tasty. The matcha flavor is definitely there, but it also tastes chocolatey, but I don't think it is. It mostly just tastes like creamy matcha, but not overly strong matcha. Obviously, I like coffee tiramisu better. That's not bad. Of everything I ate, though, that's probably the thing I would recommend the least, just because, one, you should be so full after eating all this food. I have a big box of leftovers to take home, which I'm excited to eat again later, because this is a lot of food. It's pricey, but you do get a lot of food for the price. And as I usually say at table service restaurants, especially in Epcot, you can get a better dessert out in Epcot. Get yourself a kakigori-shaped ice here in Japan. Get something from the French bakery or the French ice cream shop. Go to the caramel shop in Germany. There is so much deliciousness out in Epcot that I usually don't recommend getting dessert when you're sitting at your meal. And this is no exception. The things I loved about this, definitely the food. It was all cooked perfectly. It's a little bit healthier in some sense than a lot of foods you're going to get. Nothing was fried. Everything's grilled right in front of you. It had some delicious fresh vegetables as well as the proteins. That sushi was amazing. That was my favorite thing. Incredible. The food is A+, as is the service, which I wouldn't expect any less here in the Japan Pavilion. Some of the things I don't love about it, though, or that you might not love about it, for starters, you are sitting at a table with other people. For some people, that is an absolute deal breaker. They do not want to make small talk. They do not want to be very, very close to strangers, which I fully understand. Another con is that it is very, very expensive. Of course, all dining in Disney is, but this does hit on the higher end for a non-signature sit-down restaurant. When the dining plan existed, this was a great bang for your buck. It was actually one of the most expensive entrees you could get, was getting some of these protein options, but the dining plan doesn't exist right now, so you're paying out of pocket. Additionally, you can probably go somewhere very, very similar for less money in your hometown, whether it be at Benihana, which can be a little expensive, but a lot of places have hibachi, so it's not that unique either. So you may want something a little more unique that you can only get here in Epcot. And lastly, with any sit-down restaurant at Epcot, I say the same thing. Do you want to spend an hour or two of your busy Epcot day sitting down at a restaurant? Now, Epcot is probably the most relaxing of the parks. It's the one where you most likely are leisurely just eating and drinking your way around. But there are festivals going on. There is so much good food to eat and drink at this park. Do you want to spend your eating time on hibachi that you could get in your hometown when you could be eating at Flower and Garden Festival or going to the quick services around the world? That's up to you. Only you can decide that. What I will say is I had a fantastic meal. The food was delicious. That grilled sushi is my new favorite thing in Epcot. This is a great Japanese restaurant, so if you're looking for hibachi, you like this style of food, I don't think you'll be disappointed with the food quality. What restaurant do you want to see reviewed next? Leave it down in the comments. In the meantime, friends, I'm Molly. It's been magical. Now go watch Trapped in Japan. Bye!